How's it going, everyone? This is Draoi with another damn level. This is just a quick channel update to explain a couple things that have been going on, kind of explaining why videos have been coming out really hit and miss on kind of random days, and why they aren't quite as consistent to come out like once a week. Sometimes there will be two in 1 week. So the channel right now is still pretty young. We have 13 subscribers as of the time of this recording, which is certainly more than we had like 3 weeks ago. So I'm not expecting a ton of subscribers, so we're growing very slowly, but the amount of videos that have been coming out have been pretty lackluster, in my opinion. And I kind of wanted to explain some of the circumstances that are involved with the production of those videos. So first off, there are a couple members that of the channel when it initially started that we were hoping would be able to put out videos alongside me, but right now we aren't able to actually do that like we wanted to. So right now I'm the only one on the channel putting out videos, which obviously kind of deters the amount that we can release per week. That being said, there are other features of the ADL site that I personally have been working on and developing for use when we talk about a build and we talk about the math involved and the particular mechanics. The goal of this channel is to really give you the math behind it, but the real hard logic behind it as to why something may be better than something else, and kind of get down into the nitty-gritty of how a game's skills and its systems work. And with that goal in mind, a little bit of personal background for me is I work as a full-time software engineer as well. So taking kind of that skill set and the want of this channel to be able to explain a lot of the math behind some of these games, I've been working on the theory lab and the numbers lab on the ADL site. Some of you have probably been there, some of you haven't. Well, there's two links on there right now that don't go anywhere, that are under construction, called the Theory Lab and the Numbers Lab. Well, right now I've been working on the Numbers Lab, trying to get that pumped out. I'm going to give you a small preview of what the Number Labs is and how it can potentially help you put together your builds and understand the inner workings of a particular game. Right now our only covered game is Guild Wars 2, and I'm trying and working day and night trying to get it to where we can support more games, but right now Guild Wars 2 is our test ground. As of next Friday, we're going to try to start doing some Diablo 3 videos as well, and kind of put together some builds and do some streams for the new season, so hopefully we can look forward to that. But for now, and especially for the Numbers Lab, Guild Wars 2 will be our first supported game. So I wanted to give you a quick preview of kind of what the Numbers Lab is and kind of what it does for you and what it shows you. So this is really pre-alpha, what you're looking at right here. And we have some very easy to understand columns, as you can see. Obviously you've got icon, name, cooldown, cast time, that kind of thing. But what makes this particularly interesting, so these two skills these are Guild Wars 2 skills that I've done the math for and done the research for to pull in all of the appropriate data for everything to calculate correctly. So when you come here, you'll be able to view all the skills in Guild Wars 2 since all of that data is available. Right now it's not. Right now you can't get to this. But how this works is you will have your player stats here with default values, which will change depending on the game calculation library that you're looking at. And right now we only have Guild Wars 2, and I have a small testing one in here, but Guild Wars 2 will be the first supported one, like I've said. But each of these will change depending on the game that you're looking at. So in Guild Wars 2 we have an average weapon strength of 923, assuming you're using a one-handed weapon. Your base power, your level, condition damage, your target's armor. Some of these fields will change to make them a little more self-explanatory. But for now, this is what it looks like. And what this does is it allows you to come in here, and if you click on a skill column, it'll show you what damage it does to a pretty specific degree, and if you hover over it, it'll show you how that particular damage number is calculated, given the values that you see to your left and some of the skill-specific values. So this will help us identify some of the more powerful skills, some of the more nuance, some of the nuances of these weird skills that may seem really useless, but you see everyone using in a build for some reason. This will hopefully help explain a lot of that to you. And I'm still working on, some of the icons that you see in game and everything. We got to be careful what we use and make sure we don't break copyright or anything like that. Which you don't see any copyright on this page yet, but there will be some. So like this bleeding damage, it shows you the specific numbers involved with calculating what damage is done over 12 seconds with the bleeding damage. So this is where a lot of my time has been going. Hopefully it'll be helpful to a lot of people, but I wanted to explain kind of why the videos are so hit and miss, why it's kind of been slow on the channel. I try to get as much done as possible, but again, right now I still work full time. I'm trying to develop the site and also put out videos. Really, that's it. I just wanted to put that out there so we have subscribers that kind of understand the situation, and hopefully new subscribers that come to this video will understand where we're at. And as the channel progresses and the channel grows, and maybe things start rolling with it, and I'm able to dedicate a little more time to just videos instead of developing tools for the different builds that we propose and the numbers and how those things are calculated. I'll put out more updates and kind of let you guys know who's involved and who isn't. Again, the other party that is part of this channel hasn't been able to put anything out yet, so hopefully that will change here in the near future. But if not, it's still going to be just me trying to get it out when I can. Hopefully things will come to a little more a point of stability as things go on. I'm trying to shape things with my job right now and everything to spend a little more time on the channel. And of course, we're trying to find collaborators to work with, but it seems that we're not really big enough for anyone to pay much mind to at the moment. So, all I can ask is that you tell your friends, there's a growing channel. We're trying to build something that's actually useful. The theory lab will be coming after the numbers lab, and the theory lab is where you'll be able to put together different builds and see all of the calculations together for like only an elementalist using these specific skills with these stats. And it'll allow me, when I put together a video, to put annotations in the video, and you can click on it and it will take you to the skill description on the site here, that you can see the calculations that are done for that particular skill. And then once the theory lab is done, I'll put a link in the description where you can see the entire build put together on the ADL site. And on top of all that, I have actually been working with Overwolf, which is a game overlay system that has paired up with Guild Wars 2 for a Guild Wars 2 app kind of competition. And so this ties into, once all this is done, you will be able to go get the Overwolf app and be able to pull up our site in game to see how everything is calculated and see all the builds that we've posted. And once this is done, we'll go back and we'll post builds and all the details of previous builds that we've done in the article section on the site, because right now there isn't anything in articles, which is something else I still need to do. So my time is just stretched a little thin, and I wanted to explain to what users we do have, and hopefully any new users that come across the video, what the situation is and why the channel is a little slow. But we hope to pick it up pretty soon. We are shooting for a live stream on the 11th, so next Friday, this upcoming Friday, for the Diablo 3 new season for at least an hour. So you hopefully will put an announcement out so you can catch that, or we'll record it, and once it's done, we'll put it up on the channel, of course, so you can see it there. So that is it. That is all I have for those that are subscribed, thank you, and I hope you enjoy what we put out. For those that may have just joined, please stay. We haven't abandoned the channel. It's just been a little slow, and I've got a lot to do and a lot going on. So that's it. Thank you so much for everyone that has subscribed, and I will see you all in the next video.